battle has just begun!
Hello, friends. Welcome to the RobotnikIsSexy show. I have for you a very sexy sight. A very sexy sight tonight. I have a bunch of matches. The first match is going to be a passerby battle I had with my Malamar team against some guy. And then we're going to follow it up with a couple VGCs, or double matches. I think they're more double matches than VGC style, but we'll get into that when we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But first, get a load of this guy. He's got a Quagsire. He seems to have a clever enough team. The Blaziken is interesting. If you have played Pokemon for a very long time, like I have, you'll remember that Blaziken was banned in Black and White even before it had a Mega. Because Speed Boost plus High Jump Kick plus Sword Dance means you just kill everything, pretty much. So it's kind of like the lesser evil of Kangaskhan. You can't really compare anything to Kangaskhan because it's so powerful, but it had more power to play with than it needed. So remember that Blaziken was banned way before X and Y. So, I don't know. But seeing a normal Blaziken like this really does make me nostalgic, and almost make me wish that Blaziken was allowed in lower tiers without Speed Boost or something, like if they had some kind of complex ban. Yeah, so I did want to record this live so I get more time for a rant, a good old rant, because VGC is fun to rant about. Gale Maniac, aka Wind Waker Rules, knows what I'm talking about. The fact of the matter is I don't really understand VGC fully, but as I said before, we'll talk about it later. I'm going to lead a Pangoro, Choice Scarf Pangoro. He's going to Mega his Gardevoir straight away as I go for the Parting Shot. And Parting Shot is going to allow Steelix to take any hit he wants to do. Even if he goes Focus Blast, I could probably survive it. Although that would be dangerous. The Steelix, I am using the nice shiny Steelix. I always use a max special defense, careful nature Steelix, so chances are with the debuff from Parting Shot I would be alright. He just goes for the Pixelate powered Hyper Voice, and yeah, look at that damage. That did peanuts. Did diddly squat. So now he's going to switch out, and I believe I get up Stealth Rocks, because hey, Stealth Rocks are nice. Stealth Rocks are good and nice. Could have gone Earthquake, probably killed his Blaziken, but you know, fuck. Hindsight. Stealth Rock, no, there's no downside for going Stealth Rock. It's just good all the time, and I think he may have something that is weak to Stealth Rock. I don't quite remember, which is really, really insanely dumb of me because I was just looking at his team for like fucking a minute or two. So I'm going to bring in Pelipper here. This is before I had Pokebanked the Lumineon, and Lumineon is a Pokemon after my heart. It is the most Gargle-floppy Pokemon I have seen in some time, and it's just, it's nice. It fits the Malamar team way better than Pelipper does, but Pelipper has a similar niche. It can use the Defog, which is the only reason it's there. So I'm going to stay in. He's going to reveal Thunder Punch here, and of course he can't be a Mega Blaziken since his Gardevoir has already activated the Mega Stone. If you don't know, you can only have one Mega Stone active per battle. Yeah, so that's a thing. And he just has like a Life Orb mixed attacking Blaziken, which is really cool. Something that I kind of wish people could use, but I guess the Speed Boost does make it busted, so whatever. It's okay. I bred a new pumpkin guy, as I said in a previous video, and all of those perfect defense IVs are going to allow me to take a Life Orb Shadow Claw just fine. Get up the Trick Room, go into the Despair Squid. I think you know it's coming. He's going to go Shadow Claw. Even if it does crit, I can take it comfortably, because crits are really bogus in this generation. They don't do close to double the damage. So yeah, I can just go Superpower safely, I think, and he's going to switch out into Quagsire, and I wasn't sure if this was an unaware Quagsire, or if it was Water Absorb, or what, but this Superpower does loads to this Japanese guy, and I looked at his profile. He had a lot of wins, so I mean, he's got Rocky Helmet item, like, that's kinda clever, you know, he got Recover, Rocky Helmet, that's okay. But I'm guessing he doesn't have Unaware ability because that maybe I'm underestimating the power of Iron Ball coming from a +1 Malamar. But I don't know, like, a +0 Fling Iron Ball usually doesn't kill anything. Especially Quagsire. Quagsire is bulky, so I'm expecting him to not have the Unaware. So Trick Room is going to work against me once again, because without the Iron Ball, Scizor is going to be way slower than Malamar in the Trick Room, and he does kill me at the U-turn, but that's okay. That means I get to go into whatever Pokemon I want as he switches into Latios, who is a pretty weak Pokemon when you get to switch into it for free, when you have the option of switching into whoever you want. So I go into Pangoro here, and thanks to the new X and Y mechanic, which isn't that new anymore because X and Y isn't new as much anymore. But anyway, Steel doesn't resist Dark anymore, which is actually something I really like, because Steel is overpowered as shit. So that's going to be a very stunningly easy to hit KO, and the Scizor here really surprised me. And he just has Life Orb, not Life Orb, he has Leftovers on his Scizor. So that's just like a basic Leftovers Bullet Punch, but that still did tons. No, it didn't. It did nothing. It did the opposite of tons. Pangoro has nice natural bulk. He's good HP and defense to use, so it's fun to see that, because you never see Pangoro, and you never see Blaziken either, which is like a standard Boggo Blaziken. So that's cool. Yeah, he does have a speed boost. So I go into Aurorus here. Unfortunately, Aurorus is super death fodder because he just has to be. I predicted the Shadow Claw actually, which is really important because that's going to be an extra turn of Life Orb recoil that he has to take. So basically, throw Aurorus under the bus just to get a couple Life Orb hits, quote-unquote hits, on the Blaziken, and now I can go for the Life Orb Max Attack Jumbo Shadow Sneak and just pick him off, and that's really nice. And then he's going to send out a Pokemon that we all love to hate, who actually is underused in this game. Blissey. How Knockoff has fucked you over so hard. You've been knocked to underuse. Crazy. I'm just going to explode. And because I do have max special defense IV, because I bred this thing like a boss, I'm able to take the Unstab Ice Beam really well and explode, and Life Orb Power, Max Attack, just blow up that Blissey. It's really nice. I was talking to some friend on Skype, some anonymous Pokemon friend I don't remember, because I don't remember fucking anybody. And he was talking about, like, he longs for the day when Explosion was good. And I was like, I'm using Explosion right now. Like, if you use Explosion with a Life Orb Pokemon, it actually hits quite hard. Like Metagross or Gourgeist or what have you. I mean, like, you have to have a lot of attack investment to use it. Obviously, it's not as good as it used to be, but, you know, it's there. So that's going to be a fun little match. And this is going to be a full doubles battle ahead with Tiger. Tiger, on the PSS, he saw that I wanted a double battle, and he walked right into the lion's den, as you could say, because I do not believe he was doubles prepared, as he's well, the Stingray guy, he can get what the fuck is that attack? Wide Guard. Which Wide Guard kind of fucks over Boom Burst, Exploud, so I was being a little careful, because I'm like, maybe he does have Wide Guard, but I don't think he does. He's just going to U-turn activate my weakness policy on turn 1, as, yeah, I'm going to be able to baton pass that out. Thankfully, I do not get flinched by the Air Slash there. He does go for Air Slash, and I do not get flinched, so I can get up the Trick Room, go Side Shock. This guy, I got the +2 boost. I could rebreed this Musharna because his special attack IV is not maxed out, but that still does a nice damage, a nice amount of damage. I mean, it probably would have helped me kill it sooner if I had a max special attack IV, but I honestly can't be asked can't be arsed to breed another Musharna, but I really should. I mean, it's pretty easy. So he's got kind of like a water absorb strategy with Ludicolo, and all I have to say about that is that's cute. That's just cute because it doesn't matter. I got Helping Hand, Silk Scarf boosted, Explode, Boom Burst, Stab Boost, everything. So I'm gonna take down 2 of his Pokemon right there. So yeah, he's just gonna have to deal with it. As he goes into Noivern and this guy, Granbull, the Pokemon you love to hate and never used, which I don't know, I don't ladder that much, so I don't see him that often, but I know he's good. So he does lower my attack, but that's okay, because I'm going to Baton Pass my special attack boost to Magypsy, the fucking really ugly pink thing. Well, what is this thing? Aromatisse, that's what it is. So, yeah, he's gonna crit Magypsy, and it does fucking nothing, because crits are worthless, as I said, and, yeah, he Dragon Pulses the Fairy type. That's just really funny. Trick Rooms is still up. I can go into Mega Mawile, who I believe was actually banned today, from Smogon, by Smogon, which is kind of whatever. Like, I only really use it in double battles anyway, which don't really follow Smogon rules, per se, so, you know, it's whatever. Yeah, so he's kind of resorting to, like, Intimidate juggling, which is cool, but it's not going to work for super long, because I do have a Malamar in the back who would love to be victim to those Intimidate juggling strategies, because he's just going to nom it up. The contrary ability is going to turn it into a bonus instead of a negative, so that's nice. So yeah, but all the Intimidate juggling is going to confuse Mawile as I use the Steel attack on Electric Pokemon, and it doesn't do much. I think the Trick Room does end, but I got Sucker Punch, and basically, probably Sucker Punch is the reason it did get banned from OU's tier in the end, because it just has so much power to play with, and like Kangaskhan, if you can, you know, if you don't need to be fast, because you just have that one move called Sucker Punch, maybe that really does make the difference, but I don't know. I always hoped and wished that Mega Mawile would stay in OU, because it's just such a cool Pokemon. So I'm like negative 335 billion, so I'm going to switch out into Musharna now, as, yeah, he just keeps switching, because, I don't know, I guess he doesn't have much to do. So this battle is kind of a shooting gallery, really, because he's just switching around using Intimidate, but it doesn't matter. And the special attack boost that I passed, or the Baton Pass to Aromatisse, is going to be quite apparent, as they just one-hit kill the Granbull. So that's cool. This Piggy's going to go Psyshock, because it doesn't really have anything else to do, and I think I'm going to blow up the Scar, the Pokemon that gave me so much trouble in our NU battle. I'm just gonna blow him the fuck up with a +2 Moonblast, and that's just nice. And for extra salt on the wound, he's gonna miss Hurricane. It doesn't even really matter. It's the last turn. Just for fun, I'm gonna give him the Helping Hand boost to his already +2 special attack bonus and kill that bat. And that's gonna be the match. The matches. Yeah. I was going to rant more about it, but I don't really have a lot of time. But basically, I was going to say that the rules for this year's VGC were dumb, because I really don't like the Kalos only rule, because it means you can't use the Pokebank Pokemon that you have, like, in battle. You know what I'm saying? Oh, fuck it. Let's do one more so I can rant about the Pachirisu. Yeah, but basically, I don't think Musharna is allowed, because it is technically not a Kalos-only Pokemon, even though I definitely caught it legitimately in my Y version from the Friend Safari. So I'm not really sure what the rules are. I might just be ignorant. Maybe Musharna can be used in this year's VGC, which is now over, but I'm talking about the rules here. I just don't agree with it. Like, what's the point of even rolling out Pokebank if you can't fucking use it in the World Championships? Like, that's just it really pisses me off. But anyway, these are passerbys. They're basically no man's land. You can do whatever. And this is actually a pretty cool match, as he has the Musharna with that one ability that helps grass-type Pokemon. I forget how. I think it's actually really lame. I think all it does is it stops your grass partner from getting its stats lowered in battle, which is like, who cares? Like Trevenant doesn't really care about having its stats lowered at all, so I don't know. But Calm Mind on Florges is very threatening. He did activate my weakness policy, so I'm going to get a nice Psyshock on it, but because I don't have a max special attack IV, I suspect that did make the difference between the KO and not. I should really just rebreed this fucking thing, because I've only done 2 of these double matches, and each time I'm like, well, if he had the top special attack IV, well. But at the same time, I know that Musharna, its basic role is using Helping Hand and Baton Pass. Like, it doesn't really need to attack that much, but, you know, being able to use the weakness policy by yourself is a nice plus. But the Helping Hand Boom Burst is going to be nice. If you didn't know, you probably do know this, but Explode has a scrappy ability so he can hit ghost types, so that's why I'm hitting the Trevenant there. So, yeah, that's cool. Taking down his Trevenant, in comes Misery, who's actually a problem, because my Pokemon are getting on really low health, and he does have a priority Ice Shard attack, which he can use to kill my Pokemon. Not a big fan of that, especially since that Moonblast is going to hurt Miss Piggy quite a lot, bring it down to a range where Ice Shard will kill it, and I believe this is the turn of the match. If he Ice Shards Musharna, that's going to be a real problem for me, because I need Musharna to be, you know, to take down that, Forgus there with the Psyshock, but he actually chooses to hit Explode, which I think is a misplay. But I don't know. Like, if he didn't hit Explode, I would have gone Boom Burst, and that would have probably killed Florges too. So I don't know. Maybe he was just in a really shitty situation. But I do get to take down the Florges, which is his most threatening Pokemon. And now we are going to end this YouTube video with a bang, as I'm gonna go Helping Hand Explosion, because I got the Life Orb on the Gourgeist here. Explosion is not dead, people. You can still use it, and I have the Telepathy ability, so I'm not gonna be hit by my foe's explosion. Not my foe's, my partner's. My partner's explosion is not gonna hit me, as I just blow up his team. Simple as that. Beautiful, beautiful. So if you enjoyed these weird double battles and the Passerby Malamar team battle, you know what to do. Comment, like, subscribe, and I will be here. Be here for more videos. Thanks for the 800 subscribers. It's a lot. I want to get 1,000 someday, so help me by subscribing. And I will see you later, YouTube.